Good morning, beautiful person. Sorry about the garbage truck making noise next to me. It should be gone shortly. But I really wanted to get this done this morning. Busy day. So, my name is Stassi Guitar. I'm a life coach and a wellness advocate, and I help beautiful people like you choose life. And what do I mean by that? And how do I do it? Those are two actually interesting questions. First, I'll tell you what I mean, and I'll tell you how I do it, and then I'll tell you. We'll talk about radical responsibility, and we'll keep it all under 10 minutes. Whoop, whoop. So, about choosing life. What do I mean by that? So my mother passed away at the age of 69 from complications of diabetes, and she never got to see my kids grow up. And it wasn't because she didn't know how to take care of herself, because of course she did. We all do. We're grown-ups. But she had other priorities until it was too late. So I don't want that to happen to me, and I don't want that to happen to you. And that's why I'm here every day, except 6, talking to you. So yesterday I made some really short videos, but I did make videos. So there you go. Video every day. Except 6. So how do I help people choose life? Okay, well, first of all, there's these educative, mostly, is that a word? Videos that I've been doing. There's a lot of information that I share. And, oh, hi, Kenton. Thanks for jumping on. So there's lots of information that I share. And also, you'll notice I have a hashtag virtual franchise. That is a way in which I also help people improve their health, improve their financial situation. So all of those things. So, radical responsibility. So the other day I was privileged to be on a live call with the amazing Peter Kelly, who is a firebrand, a firecracker, a millennial thought leader, and someone who has been extremely successful in the company that I work with. So I definitely wanted to hear what she had to say, because I've seen her live on stage and she was amazing. Now I have to tell you that Peter was in bed when she made this video because a gastro virus had swept its way through her household. She was feeling absolute crappy, but she's PETA, so she did a 30-minute call for us anyway, because radical responsibility means that you do what you promised. And so this call was about radical responsibility. I forgot my gloves. Luckily it's not very cold, but I'm going to keep switching hands. So radical responsibility means that you stop playing the blame game. It means that you stop saying, well, I can't do this because I was talking to somebody yesterday who was complaining because I didn't like where they lived, and I was like, actually this person was in the US and they used to live in Canada, so I was like, come back to Canada if you don't like the things that are happening where you are. And the person said, well, the border's closed, I don't know if I could get a visa, and I can't afford to move, and okay, fine. It's all good, sending them lots of love, and I hope things improve for them. But if you take radical responsibility for your own life, then you don't say things like that. You might say things like, this is not something that I want to pursue right now. And that is fine, because that is such a much stronger statement, isn't it? When you take radical responsibility, you accept that circumstances are what they are. And yes, the border is closed. And it's entirely possible that this person could not get a visa. That's okay. And maybe they would need to find a source of income if they really wanted to move from where they are. But here's the issue. It's not about the circumstances. It's about the thoughts and the choices that we make. There's a lot of people suffering right now, especially in our neighbor to the south, where the government can't get their act together to issue, support to the people who have lost their jobs and who are suffering and dying from this pandemic. It's really sad. I mean, things aren't perfect here in Canada, but they're definitely a lot worse there. And I can understand that a lot of people are losing any sort of confidence in their government just because they're not doing anything. But that aside, was not planning to go on a political rant. But anyway, don't use up my time here. So When you take radical responsibility, you say, circumstances are what they are. Now, here is me, and what am I going to do about it? So what choices am I going to make? And the actual choices you can make might be constrained by your circumstances. That's entirely possible. But the point is that you are consciously making choices and not whining about things that are out of your control. So it's a pretty scary concept, radical responsibility, because we want to have somebody to blame. We want to blame our parents. We want to blame the system. We want to blame the billionaires. We want to blame somebody for what we don't like. But when you take radical responsibility, you stop blaming. And I'm not saying that anybody caused whatever situation they're in, and I'm certainly not blaming any victims here. I absolutely understand that there are people who are in circumstances that are bad for reasons that they had no contribution to or they didn't deserve, especially people who've been abused. You did not deserve that, and I would never say that you brought it on yourself. Never, ever, ever would I say such a thing. But here's what I am going to say. Okay, you're in a situation. What are you going to do? That is a hugely liberating thought, even if you find that you can't at the moment do much. The mere fact that you can think about action, that you can take some sort of responsibility and say, what can I do? This is huge. So, hi Pablo, thanks for jumping on. So, just to recap, the idea of radical responsibility is that you stop blaming and you start looking at ways that you can take action, that you can do things to improve your life, and you just move on from whatever it is that you feel is holding you back, because you have a lot of choice in life. It may not feel like it, but you do. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, I hope you will like, share, comment, do all the things that will encourage the social media platforms to let more people see this. If you think it's something that people should see. If you don't, then don't. It's all good. But I just want to let you know, in this stressful time, radical responsibility means that we do things to help ourselves feel better. And one of those things is working on our stress. And I made a PDF which has 13, count them, 13 of my favorite stress relieving actions, things that you can do to feel less stressed. So if you would like that, just drop me a message. I'll be thrilled to send it to you. So you have a great day. Remember, I love you. Drop me a message if you want that PDF with 13 ways to relieve stress. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.